Hello everyone, welcome to my class today. Today we'll be dealing about the angles. In this, we won't be dealing about all the angles, but we'll be dealing about complementary angle, supplementary angle, complete turn. Okay, let's proceed. Now what are the learning outcomes? Is that the students will be able to identify the complementary angles, they'll be able to identify the supplementary angles, identify the complete turn, as well as they will be able to find out the unknown angles from the given figure of the different angles. So let's begin with some of the examples. You might have seen so many things around. All makes some kind of angles with them. Now when you see this grill, you might have seen this kind of things. You might have seen this clock, right? It's making an angle. Here it's making angle. Yes. The same way you see the lawn tennis, the angle that's made here, roads there, the angle making, correct? The same way you might have seen this angle, right? You might have been in this, you might not have, you might have been scared. Just leave it. Now you might have seen the box of the mobile phone, right? It also makes angle. Then you might have seen this kind of thing, your chart, correct? Now when you see this, it's also making an angle here, right? The same way, you might have seen this. You might have scored here, right? Yeah. Now when you see this, you might be hungry. You might be missing it. Okay, fine. No problem. Now here also it's making angle. It's making angles here. Okay. Now we come back to complementary angle. Why I showed you that figure is that now we'll be keeping those figures in the angles and we'll be showing how the angles are made. Now what is complementary angle? The two angles are said to be complement when the two angles add up and then make 90-degree, a right angle. Just for example, 60, 30, 5, 85. When you add this, it is complementary angle. So here 70, 20, 90, 45, 45, 90, 80, 10, 90, 53, 37, 90. So just remember that when we add, it will be equal to 90-degree. That kind of angles are called complementary angles. Let's go to figures. Now here complementary angle is made. See this angle? Speaking. See this angle? So these two angles when we add up, it will be complementary angle. That is 90-degree. Now when you see this, in before class we discussed that this corner represents 90-degree. Here 90-degree. Here 90-degree. That means no matter how many lines we make here, but when we add all the angles, it will be equal to 90-degree. That means complementary angle. Now let's go to some other trick that might be useful. Let's draw C complement C, and if you feel difficult remembering complementary angle 90-degree, what you have to just remember is make C, make a line like this, add 0 at behind it, will be 90-degree. It's just a trick. Now we come to the supplementary angle where the two angles sum up to 180-degree. That means when the two angles are added, that will be equal to 180-degree. That means A plus B equals to 180-degree. 40, 140, it's equals to 180. That means here 120, 60. When you add up, it will be 180. So how to read this angle? E, this point, and E. E, this point, and B1. Remember this. Now let's see figure. Supplementary angle. In the same way, straight angle, when you add up 90 and 90, it will be 180. That means when the two angles add, then that will be equal to 180 degree. When you see this pole, you might have seen here also it is 90 and 90. That will be equals to 180 degree. So supplementary and adjacent. Supplementary, not adjacent. That means adjacent. What does adjacent means? Adjacent means which shares the same line and same vertex. When the two angles shares the same line and same angle, we call that as supplementary angle. Good. Now non-adjacent. That means they don't have common side and the angles are different. They don't have common vertex. That's why it's called non-adjacent or not adjacent. So in order to be adjacent, it should share the same line and it should have same vertex. The two lines or the two angles should share the same vertex and same side. Good. Now angles that are supplementary and adjacent are called linear pair. In other words, we can say that it's a linear pair or straight line. Remember. So a plus b equals to 180 degree. A plus b 180, a plus b 180, a plus b 180, a plus b 180. So these are all adjacent angles, but this one they're not, because as I said earlier, they don't have common vertex and they don't share the line. Now what is complete turn? A full rotation is considered as 360 degree, or it's called complete turn. A full rotation, revolution, complete turn, or a full circle. So when you start from this point, you go around, come this line, and you ended this. This means it's making 360 degree. So figures of complete turn. You see, this one you might have been here. Your favorite food, this. So how do we remember which is which when we go alphabetical wise? Which comes first, C or S? C. So C is 90. It add to 90. S supplement, that is 180. This is the one way to remember. And the next thing is C is a complement. That means C stands for corner. So if this corner is given, then we call that as complement. S straight. Straight line measures 180 degree. That's good. Or when you are right, you get a complement. Yes, uh, when you answer right, you get the complement. You're good, like that. So that means it is 90 degree. Supplement is something you get extra, which is bigger. That means 180 degree. Now let's work out together. In this example, find the complement of 68. That means complement measures 90 degree. So we subtract 68 with 90. So 90 minus 68 is 22. That's why the complement of 68 is 22. Now this is up to you. What is this angle? You can see. Okay. Now the next workout example is, I already said, this is which angle? Good. This is supplementary angle. Now x plus 55 plus 40. When you add 55 plus 40, it will be 95. Now this 95 is subtracted both the sides, or this 95 goes that side, it will be minus 95. That means x equals to 85. So when you add 85, 55 and 40, you will get 180. What is the reason? Because it's a supplementary angle. Now when you look at the figure, this angle is already given, that is 120. That means this whole measures how much? Good, 180 degree. When you subtract 180 with 120, you get this angle, this angle. So that is 60 degree. When you subtract 180 degree with 120, you get 60. Now it's a right angle, or we say complementary angle. So now ACD, angle ACD, ACD, it's not given, so we write the same name plus DCB or BCD equals to 90, and DCB is already given. So ACD plus 30 equals to 90. You know that all is 90. That's why ACD equals to 60 degree. When you subtract 90 with 30, you get 60. Thank you.